It says recording. Cool. So welcome everyone to our first Blast Bites. This morning I am chatting to a man that I met on a bus about 14 months ago. We were sat next to each other on a bus to the start of a race, and I just really got on with Stephen, really liked him, and since I started up Blast Running he's always been so positive, encouraging, and I follow him on Strava and I see that he's still been managing to get quite a few races in whilst they're on, so I thought he'd be a great person to chat to in this inaugural Blast Bites. I thought it'd be a good idea just to chat to some runners, and other runners are always interested in chatting about running, aren't we? So I've got a few quick fire questions for Stephen, and just get to know our Blast Running community. So Stephen, first of all, how long have you been running?
Thank you, Kat. Well, first of all, I say what a privilege. I feel very honoured, really, being on your show. Delighted to be here. So I've been running actually 15 years.
Right. Wow. Cool. And what made you start? What was your motivation?
My Christmas present in 2005 Christmas from my wife was entry into a half marathon on behalf of a charity that she was working for.
Right.
So that
Merry
was the
Christmas.
first my first run was the Boxing Day after a long drinking and eating day on Christmas Day with my brother-in-law to see, well, could I run even a mile? The half marathon was in March time.
So you really were starting from scratch. That was you. Wow. Yeah. And what kit did you have? Did you have trainer? Were you fit at all at that point?
No, I'd been doing it a little bit, not much in the gym. So I had some really basic trainers. I'm not too sure if they're really running trainers, and some shorts and a t-shirt. So on Boxing Day, it wasn't too cold. Out we went and I managed to do 4 miles.
Wow. So you obviously had a good base fitness. That's very good.
Very overweight, but
were you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Wow, because you're definitely not now, so it's interesting to hear. I should actually. Yeah. I can't carry on without even mentioning your wall of numbers behind you. That's some display. What have you got? You've got New York, Loch Ness. I can't see the one to your bottom, like the 94.
I've got the Danune, which is one of my favourite half marathons. There's a couple, Kirk-and-Tilloch. There's a say one in the middle there. It's just I picked out a few. I have them on my wall. Really, it's makes a nice break from the usual backgrounds that I usually have to have. So
yeah, definitely. No, I really like it. So, and were any of these your favourite races, would you say?
Yeah, I picked out some of my favourite races to have on the wall, really.
And what made them stand out for you? What was favourite about them?
Well, I think there's in there behind there should be Reading, which was my first half marathon.
Which was the first, right? Oh, very
first
good.
Ever race, actually. Half marathon, Reading. That was the one I was entered to for charity.
Yes.
Back nearly 15 years ago. And then a number of my favourite marathons, Edinburgh, which I've got my fastest time. My last marathon, which was Loch Ness, which is there somewhere. Which is
I see
October,
it. Yeah.
Actually, not last year. That was my last. Well, it wasn't my last. I've done another one since, and a few in the USA, which I love running. Harrisburg Marathon, which is in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania.
Right. I've done. Yeah, I did the Cape Cod Marathon.
Oh, yeah, all right. I'd love to do that.
Oh, it was really cool, but there are more runners that take part in Edinburgh Park Run that take part in the Cape Cod. I was quite surprised. I didn't realise I'd entered such a niche marathon when I entered. I had a date in mind. It was my first marathon in 14 years, and I had a young child, well, 2 young children, and I had to choose it for the school holidays. So I just looked on the World Marathon Diary, and it was either Dublin or Cape Cod, and there was no contest.
Oh, wow, what a great place to go. Yes.
It was really good. Do you run most days even now?
I tend to probably about 4 or 5 days a week.
Yeah. And do you do strength training as well in between? Yeah.
Yeah, 3 or 4 days a week, sort of half an hour strength training. I've got some what they call weight thing, dumbbells, is it?
Yes, weight thingies.
So
yes.
yeah, I've got a little routine that there was a great physio clinic called Space.
Yeah, it's on Dalry Road.
Yeah, which is shut down unfortunately now. But the people there, Fiona and Kenny, terrific, and they got me on to a particular strength, which I've just routinely just keep to every week.
And has that helped you think prevent injuries or?
Yeah, because I'm getting really old. I'll be next year. I'll be 60, so I'm really I'm getting on.
Oh, but the good thing is you're moving up a category in race terms. It's always good.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited. And my birthday, I think next year will be on a Sunday. So I'll be able to do my 60th birthday on a Sunday, 4th of September. So if you think of a race, not a race, new age grading on that day.
Notice. Yeah, I remember, because obviously when you start as a senior, you're racing against 18-year-olds all the way up to 39, and that's a huge range. So going up to 40 was lovely. Suddenly who you're racing against in your category reduces massively. But yeah, it's going up to be 60 as well. My goodness, well done you. Yeah.
You're right. That's good to have that age grade. It helps a lot with Park Run and on Run Britain, which all your results go on, which is fantastic. Great for seeing where you are across the whole of the UK.
Yeah, I know.
Or in Scotland.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Do you? So you run 3, 4, 5 times a week. What's your mileage a week, would you say?
So I would say on average about 40 to 45.
That's good going. Goodness, that is good going.
As if I'm approaching a marathon, then I'll go to 55, 60. You build up gradually.
Yes,
and then sort of come back down after the marathon and then start to build up again from about sort of 30. So I'm addicted. I know. I did market. So I always thought I had to have rest days for my, I tried Markathon a few years ago. So I don't know if you know about Markathon. It started, I think it's 2009, and it's an initiative to run every day in December. And it's just, you don't have to pay for it, you don't have to sign up for it, it's just a personal challenge, and it got me out of the house every day in December, and I didn't get any injuries, so good. And then I've signed up for Red January, which is a little bit kinder in that you're just signing up to be active every day in January. So far out of what day are we on now? We're on the 14th, and I've had 2 days where I didn't run. Because I've run every day since the 1st of December. I'm surprised I've not been injured, but it's good to have, I found it's good to have these challenges, just to get you out the house. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what you've just started, with your Run with Purpose on a 5K on a Sunday, I think that's a great idea.
Good. Well, I'm glad you think so. I just thought, we're all out trying to get. It's hard. January's particularly hard, isn't it? It's dark. It's cold. The streets at the moment are pretty icy or slushy, and just having something else to go, right, okay, other people are out today. Let's just do it, and also not just go for another, plod. It's not just about getting the miles in. Let's actually try and up the tempo today. It does. Exactly, it makes a difference.
I don't think I did it last. I've submitted my time to your Run with Purpose last Sunday. I don't think I would have done a 5K if you hadn't sort of prompted. So access great sort of motivational prompts.
Absolutely, especially this time of year. Well, at this time of year plus lockdown, it's just nothing in the diary. Do you? So yes, I was going to say, do you remember your first race? But you do. We've chatted about that already. Do you have a favorite piece of kit or something that, so for me, it's my flip belt. I don't generally run without I want to have my phone, and I've got my Bluetooth earphones. Have you got anything that you just run with each time?
I think my Garmin watch, really.
Yeah.
It's even though I don't always look at it whilst I'm running, for some, then at the end, when you finish, it's there, and of course it automatically downloads onto Strava.
Yes.
And you can do that little bit of analysis and see how you felt, exactly how it looks in the results.
I know. And do you go into the segments and do you have a look and see how you're getting on? And
yes. Sometimes it's funny when sometimes you get this crown for being a local legend.
I know.
I think I'm a local legend at Pink Hill, which is Castorpin way. So I mean, you get those little badges, which are nice little.
It's good, isn't it? I quite like the local legend one because it's not about whether you're fastest or not. It's just how I suppose it's, oh my God, how boring are you? You just do the same route every day. Or is it, well, of course you're that segment because it's from your house, but at the same time, you only get that if you've done it, is it a certain number of times in 90 days. So I think, it's commending commitment, isn't it? Or just getting out there and doing it.
Yeah. So I think Garmin watch really is. I couldn't. In fact, desert island. If I was sent off to a desert island, and you could take one item with you, one luxury item, as they say in desert island, I'd take my Garmin watch.
plus the app.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, very good. So you started off with a half marathon, but is that your favourite distance now, do you think, to race? Or have you got, what's your favourite race distance?
I mean, at the moment, my real sort of favourite is marathon. But my most frequent sort of race is half marathon.
Okay. But your fave, and have you done ultras as well, or is marathon your...
No, I think I got to that age. Well, I only started doing marathons for my 50th birthday, actually, my first marathon, which was London. So I found I left it too late. And if anything, actually, I just enjoy that it's not about overdoing, it's just those particular race types of marathon and half marathon, really. So, no, I've not been tempted for longer.
By the ultra. Oh, no. Oh, and go on then, tell us, what's your marathon time?
So my best ever, which was Edinburgh, 3:09.
Speedy.
So
wow.
It's just obviously Loch Ness I did end of 2019. That was 3:16.
But that is not a flat run, is it? I've heard that's really pretty undulating.
It's a bit coming there. And so I'm wondering whether I can still beat 3:09. That's what's in my sights. Can I?
How much? Well, I know. How much do you think it's psychological, and how much is physiological? Do you think we're all? Surely, I think about this sometimes. Well, even if I had a coach and all the time in the world and blah blah blah, I would still have an end point to my physical ability. With my little legs, and
exactly.
There's still going to be an end, but it's knowing what that is. I don't know, when do you stop striving for just that extra second off your PB or that extra minute of?
It's a great point, Kat. Yeah, because I think we do, or most people do. I tend to limit ourselves, psychologically. So whether actually you should go for a bigger goal. Yeah. And even if you don't reach it, at least you've got somewhere nearer, better than you would have done anyway. Yeah.
I'm reading a great book just now called "How Bad Do You Want It?" It's American, but it's brilliant. I'll put the link up. It's true stories of Olympic runners, triathletes, Tour de France cyclists, of their. Mostly it's about a failure at some point and how they then came back from that injury or came back from that psychological trauma or whatever happened, and it's really interesting.
I think, and that's good running actually as well, because we all have those races where you think you're ready for it and you go and it just doesn't. I've burnt out a couple of times on
absolutely
marathons and half marathons actually.
I suppose it's in a lot of sports, isn't it? I read Andre Agassi's book, and I don't know if you've read that one. It's quite old now, I think 10, 15 years old, and just about his tennis career and how much of that was affected by what was going on off court. So this whole sports performance thing in psychology is really interesting, isn't it?
It is,
So I'm coming up to my last couple of questions, Stephen. Thank you so much for your time again. I'm really enjoying this. I hope you are too. I could talk running all day. I just love it.
Yeah.
So let me say, here's a good one. I know that Pink Hill is your local legend route, but do you anywhere in the world, what's your favourite route to run?
it's difficult for. I mean, very lucky being here in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
You know, we've been here now for about 8 years, and really everything from going up the Watervlies, up to Balerno, uphill, then the run downhill back is wonderful. That's great. I love when your runs really, which is through Dalmenay and then over the Forth Bridge, which from here that's 20 miles from me, from my house here in Corstorphine, over through that, turn around and come back. But yeah, Arthur's Seat, I love really. So that's local. I'm from Reading, where I'm from, along the Thames. I absolutely love really.
Yes.
And then I've got particularly, I love New York, Central Park.
Yeah.
It's just something.
I think you feel like you're in a movie.
Yeah.
Yes. But I think even that with London, actually running through along the Thames, it's a scene we've seen so much on in films and TV, and to actually just be there running along, it's something different, isn't it? But
in Scotland, I'm aware of the benefits of being in Scotland. There's so many brilliant races. I mentioned Dunoon, Kirkintilloch, just so many that unfortunately not at the moment, but that's what I look forward to.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. And I can see that you're a numbers junkie, but would you say you're also a medal junkie?
Yes. I've only got space. I've got a little room I call a running room, which is where the boiler is. It's my running room, and it's where all my sweaty jackets and shoes are.
That's a good idea.
Got them all up there. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, very good. Very good.
All the favourite ones.
And do you wear the race T-shirts as well?
Yeah. More. I wear them on holiday, much to the annoyance of my family.
Oh. Smooth look. Yeah.
So I'm not allowed to wear them in the evening when we get, but it's more.
Oh, funny! That's brilliant. Well, I think that's probably quite a fun place to end, Stephen. The picture of you walking along, I don't know, the sands of, I can't even think where you go on holiday.
You see me down in Cornwall, down in down in southern Spain or Greece. So
that's it, wearing your Reading half marathon with pride.
Exactly,
yeah,
yes.
That's it. Has anyone ever said to you, "Oh, I've done that one"?
Yeah. Yes, Loch Ness. I've had a few people last year said to me.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's good. And that's it. Because running is such a community, and it's because it's a thing you do solo, isn't it? A lot of the time, most of the time, it's a solo effort, and I actually enjoy that. I enjoy the time in my head, but it's really nice getting. I think that's what I love about racing, and even just organising the races. It's getting all these individuals together. Because we're all doing the same thing. We're all feeling the same thing. It's it's great.
A great community, and it's great what you do, Kat. Really, I think what you do with Glass is absolutely terrific, really. And
thank you, Stephen.
There's a big man who goes in behind the scenes with you and your team, really. Particularly some of your team, you stand out there in that freezing cold.
Oh, tell me about it. I know we didn't even get the summer last year. Anyway, hoping. Well, Stephen, thank you so much. I'm going to end the recording there, but thank you so much, and I'll let you know when this goes live. Okay.
Thanks.
Thanks again. Bye.